the Lone Star Conference Digital Network. We're here at Schaefer Park for Game 2 of this LSC matchup between the Western New Mexico Mustangs and the West Texas A&M Lady Buffs. Getting a look at the defensive lineup for the Lady Buffs. We're going to have Emily Wilson starting things off in the circle. Cheyenne Sanchez behind the plate. Diana Murtha is going to be at third base. Megan Gerke at first. Gabby McConnell at second. Madison Johnson at short. Julie Guzman in right. Ruby Salzman in center. And Brittany Rufus going to round things out in left field. And that's how the Lady Buffs look defensively. And Western New Mexico, offensively, how they look. Sierra Salazar leading things off, followed by Ceci Gerardo, Brianna Munoz, then Ramona Fossum, Ariana Munoz, Kennedy Gerard, Kaylee Hickman, Nicole Armijo, Madeline Bleak. And that's how the Mustangs look offensively.
Leading off for Western New Mexico, center fielder number 2, Sierra Salazar.
Sierra Salazar going to lead things off here for the Mustangs as we get rolling here in Game 2. And Game 2 is underway. First pitch by Wilson in there for a strike. And Emily Wilson comes into this game with a record of 4-0 on the season. 37 innings pitched. She's allowed 33 hits, walked 13, and she struck out 17 with an ERA of 1.88. Pretty good stat line from the senior. Wilson misses that one low and away. One pitch from Wilson on the way. And chopper back to her in the circle. She's able to get the speedy Salazar in time, and we're off and running here in Game 2. 1 out away as we start things off. Bringing up Ceci Gerardo. Coming up next. Wilson jumps ahead with a strike. 0-1 count to Gerardo. Wilson comes to Canyon, Texas from Esco, Minnesota. As she makes the long trip here to Canyon for her 3rd season in a Lady Buff uniform. Wilson was at Valley City State before this when she transferred in. Her first season she transferred here being the COVID year, followed by the national title winning season the year after that. So Wilson's had a good time here so far and looks to do so here again as she makes another play. 2 up, 2 down so far, go the Mustangs. But the veteran Wilson knows what it takes to win. She's been on winning teams both at Valley City State and West Texas A&M. Wherever she goes, she helps her team find a way to win, and that's exactly why Coach Mook brought her here. To continue that winning culture here at West Texas A&M. Brianna Munoz in the box for the Mustangs. First pitch fouls that one off. Last game, Brianna Munoz was 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Last game, the Mustangs only recorded 1 hit in the 5-inning game that took place. Munoz grounds this one. Nice play by Murtha. She's been busy today, and she keeps making the plays. Tosses that to Gerke. Nothing doing here in the top half of the 1st inning. 3 up, 3 down, go the Mustangs. Gabby McConnell's going to lead things off for the Lady Buffs in the bottom half of the 1st. We'll be back right here on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
This is a walk-on athlete. They train longer and put their heart into the game. This is the passion we're built on. It's why we put our heart into creating game day with a taste of Louisiana. Walk-ons, we live for this.
Jenkins Doors and Windows began serving the Texas Panhandle in 1927, and we take pride in being a part of your neighborhood. We don't use false promises or gimmicks. We simply offer quality doors and windows at a fair price, and we stand behind every sale. Jenkins is family owned and operated, and proudly continues the traditions of quality and excellence that started over 80 years ago. Call us at 372-4336 or stop by our showroom at 820 West 6th and let our knowledgeable staff help you pick out the perfect doors and windows for your home.
Leading off for your Lady Buffs, second baseman number 10, Gabby McConnell.
In the circle for the Mustangs, we're going to have Emily Maddox. We saw her come in relief last game. And she continues on here. Facing leadoff batter, Gabby McConnell. Going to start things off. Maddox last game pitched 1 inning, gave up 2 hits, struck out 1. No runs, no walks allowed by her. First pitch by Maddox taken. Down low to McConnell. McConnell last game 2 for 3 with the double. As she's been having a great year and she continues on in her freshman campaign. Fouls that one off. .357 for McConnell on the season. And Maddox able to catch the corner there. 1-2 count now to McConnell. Pops this one up. And running out of room there is Bleak as that one hits the fence. Netting, I should say, excuse me. And that's going to be ruled a foul ball. McConnell stays alive, 1-2 count to her. She continues to fight. Good take by McConnell as that one just misses on the outside part of the plate. McConnell only 10 strikeouts on the season in her 100 plus at-bats. Pretty good. It's not easy to do. Every game you're facing good pitchers in this conference, and to only strike out 10 times and be a freshman, it's extremely impressive. Another good take by her there. Full count now to McConnell. She's gonna see some pitches in the leadoff spot, and that's exactly why Coach Mook put her there. She continues to have great at-bats and finds ways to get on base for the Lady Buffs. Full count to her. She grounds this one to short. And McConnell beats it out as Girard is not able to make the play in time. Gabby McConnell with an infield hit. And that's how the Lady Buffs start things off in the bottom half of the first.
Ruby Salzman.
Seven pitches that at bat. Good job by McConnell to see some pitches, find a way on base. It's exactly what you're supposed to do as a leadoff hitter. That brings up Ruby Salzman now, the center fielder. Salzman was 2 for 2 last game. with a base hit and a triple. She was able to bring home 2 runs. She batted in 2 RBIs. And she's had another great year for her, 433 on the season so far. She grounds this one to shortstop. Gerard backs up. Strong throw over to first, able to get Salzman, but McConnell moves up to second base. And Salzman with the fielder's choice there. Salzman, good job hustling down the line, not making it an easy play for the shortstop, Kennedy Gerard there. Gerard forced to make a quick decision. She chooses to go to first and is able to get Salzman. Probably had no play there at second. But 1 out. Emily Boyer stepping into the box. She had a great game last game, not only in the circle, but in the batter's box as well. She had a 2-run home run over the right field wall. And helped herself. That always makes it a little easier when you get some run support when you're pitching, but when you can do it yourself, that makes it even more impressive. Big swing by Boyer, is able to fight that one off. Boyer takes that one right there. 1-2 count now to her. Maddox seems to be settling in out there. The key factor we're going to be looking at from Maddox is if she can work in the strike zone. 44 innings pitched on the year coming into this game. She's got 30 walks. She's close to reaching a walk per inning there. So that's one thing we're going to be looking out for, is if she can make the Lady Buffs make contact and put balls in play and avoid giving away free bases. 2-2 count now to Boyer. Boyer pops this one high in the air, and that's going to stay on the infield. And Armijo is able to make the play. Routine pop-up for the out. Maybe not so routine with how high in the sky that was. But nice clear day. Easy to see in those skies. No problem for Armijo over at second base. 2 outs now. That brings up Diana Murtha for the Lady Buffs. Murtha lines this one into left field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. McConnell comes around to score, and the throw is into second base. Murtha with the 2-out RBI single comes up big for the Lady Buffs in the bottom half of the first inning.
Shortstop number 17, Madison Johnson.
Madison Johnson in the box now. Two at-bats last game. She was 0 for 1 with the walk. She did come around to score, though. That one's taken to the dirt. Good stop by Bleak back there. Maddox takes a look at her wristband to get the sign. And Johnson hits this one into right field, carrying back by the wall. And that one gets down in fair territory. Hickman not able to make the play. Murtha comes around to score. Johnson into third. And there's a 2-out triple from Madison Johnson. Lady Buffs jump ahead by 2 early on, as Hickman kind of coasting to this ball here, unable to make the diving play, and that one gets down. Maybe a little misplay right there. The crosswind possibly a factor, holding the ball up in the air. Nonetheless, triple by Johnson brings up Megan Gerke. Gerke smacks this one. That's going to get off the wall in left field. And Gerke's going to be held at first with the base hit, but she brings Johnson in to score. And just like that, Lady Buffs have a 3-0 lead. So we were 2 outs with 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning, keeping the Lady Buffs scoreless, but unfortunately for Maddox and the Mustangs, Lady Buffs able to push across 3 right now as Julie Guzman steps into the box. Two-out rally. Lady Buffs keep going here. Following that base hit, Guzman steps into the box. And Guzman crushes this one. And that's going to get over the wall and left. And Guzman adds on to the 2-out rally. Her 6th home run of the year. Julie Guzman comes around. Great swing here by Guzman. She caught a mistake from Maddox. You get a look at the replay. Left it right over the middle, belt high, and Guzman didn't miss it. She belts her 6th home run of the season over the big wall in left field on top of the batting cages. And the Lady Buffs have a 5-0 lead. All 5 runs coming with 2 outs. Cheyenne Sanchez steps into the box now. Sanchez first pitch swinging, fouls that one off. One count now to Sanchez. Sanchez, 281 batting average on the season and 32 at-bats. She's seen some time behind the plate as she gets her 14th start of the season here today in Game 2. 2-1 count to Sanchez. That one bounces into the dugout. Unable to make the play is the Lady Buffs dugout. And that's going to be ruled an ED, error dugout. Just kidding. 2-2 count to Sanchez. Maddox looking to get out of this one. Sanchez grounds this one over to Munoz. And over to her older sister in time.
For your Lady Buffs.
But not after the Lady Buffs tack on 5 runs. Just when you thought this inning might escape scoreless, the Lady Buffs tack on 5 with 2 outs.
With over 30 years of
5-0 Lady Buffs lead. Ramona Fossa coming up to lead things off. Top half of the second. We'll be back.
headquarters and get helped, get fitted, and get your questions answered, and find out about our price matching online today.
We're back here at Schaefer Park. 5-0 the Lady Buffs lead. Another big first inning for them. As we saw in game 1, they tacked on 8 in the first inning. Here in game 2, they tacked on 5. Emily Wilson, comfy cushion for her as she starts her second inning of work out in the circle. Ramona Fossum leading things off, pops this one up in foul territory, and Gerke's going to run out of room as that one gets into the dugout. Wilson in her first inning of work only thrown 7 pitches. She faced 3 hitters, 3 up, 3 down. Went the Mustangs in the first half, only throwing 7 pitches. As she makes early work here with Fossum as she grounds that one to Johnson. In time to Gerke, out number 1. Wilson letting her defense work.
Baseman number 7, Ariana Munoz.
Getting the Mustangs to put balls in play. Getting her defense some action as Ariana Munoz steps into the box. Munoz pops this one up. Looks like Gerke's going to be there in foul territory to make the play. 2 outs for the Mustangs.
Shortstop
Bringing up the shortstop, Kennedy Gerard. Gerard was 0 for 1 in the first game with a strikeout. We saw her make a couple good plays on defense, though, at shortstop. And we saw her make a nice play in the first half inning as well of this one. She faces Wilson here, 1-0 count to her. As in on the hands, right to Johnson, the fellow shortstop. Throws it up the line. Good job by Gerke to make the grab and get the tag. That's a nice job by the veteran first baseman, Megan Gerke. Good field awareness right there. Able to make the play, get out of the inning. No damage done. No runs, no hits, no one left on base that half inning for the Mustangs. We'll be back with Brittany Rufus to lead things off. Stay with us right here on the LSC Network.
Energy is a glowing sphere of hot gas. It's an ocean of air. And at Excel Energy, we make it safe. It's why we train first responders. Help you identify where utility lines are buried. Sir, do not dig there. And it's why we study the flight paths of majestic golden eagles before we build a wind farm. Safer energy, people. It's all part of the Carbon-Free 2050. You, us, together.
Choosing the right countertops for your kitchen can be tricky. Nowadays, there are hundreds of colors, patterns, and textures and materials that range from natural to engineered stone. Marble Depot is here for you throughout every step of the process. And yes, we do have a lot of options that might make that decision a little harder, but we're also going to ask the right questions so that you get the most out of your investment. So come by our showroom and let us help create what you've been dreaming of.
Slight crosswind here at Schaefer Park. Beautiful day as we close things out. Game 2's fully underway here. Bottom half of the second inning. Brittany Rufus leading things off for the Lady Buffs. And first pitch of hers taken outside. First game, Rufus was 1 for 2. She reached on a bunt base hit. And she crushes this one deep to right center field, way back. And gone. Rufus crushed that ball as she got every stitch of that one. Rufus comes around for a solo shot. That's her 4th of the season. She hit that to the deepest part of the field. Get a look at this again. She did not miss this one as this ball jumped off her bat. No doubt about it. Deepest part of the field. Not going to hold Brittany Rufus here. Solo home run to start things off. Bottom half of the second. Lady Buffs lead 6-0. We're back to the top of the order. Gavin McConnell steps into the box. Emily Maddox for the Mustangs done a really good job pitching in the strike zone. No walks surrendered by her so far. As yes, some Lady Buffs have hit her, but she's done a great job working in the zone. 1-0 pitch to McConnell, just misses upstairs, 2-0 count. McConnell with a single in her first appearance. Infield single. She beat out a slow ground ball to the shortstop, Gerard. 3-0 now to her. And there's a walk to McConnell, and McConnell's on base. First walk registered by Maddox. As we were just talking about it, maybe jinxed it a little bit. And we're going to get a pitch conference here. Head coach Ashley Hickman going on to talk to Emily Maddox. Tell her to relax a little bit. Couple high fives, words of encouragement. Get back in the strike zone. Like to see that positive encouragement by your coach. That's always a good thing to see. Things aren't always going to go your way. It's how you bounce back from them that makes the good teams great. Even in life, got to respond. It's how you respond to the bad things that happen. No better test than right now for Maddox as she faces great hitter with Salzman in the box. Fouls that one off. McConnell was in motion on that one. McConnell's not one you want to forget about over there at first. She's got 14 stolen bases on the season. She's 14 for 15. She's only been thrown out once. So look to see her in motion again at some point. 0-1 pitch to Salzman. Taken downstairs. Salzman grounded out to shorter last appearance. Hard ground ball, almost nailing Coach Mook over there at third base. Good job to pull the Hansen side there by Salzman. 1-2 count to her. As Emily Maddox looks to register a big out here in the name of Ruby Salzman. One-two pitch upstairs. Good take there by Salzman as that one's in the dirt. Full count now to her. As Salzman looking to find a way on base here. Keep things going, add some more runs for her team. She pops this one up into foul territory. And Madeline Bleak is going to be there to make the grab. That was a good pitch by Emily Maddox to get up and in on the hands of Salzman. That's a tough hitter to get out, but she made a great pitch.
Emily Boyer.
That's a big confidence boost for Maddox out there in the circle, as she faces another dangerous hitter with Emily Boyer in the box now. 1 out, Gavin McConnell stands on first. Boyer popped up to second her first at-bat. As we saw her in the circle last game, but in this one, she's the DP. Just swinging it in the box in this one. Big swing, fouled off by Boyer right there. .362 batting average for Boyer on the year with 13 home runs. And her 13th home run brings her to 1 under the team leader in home runs, which is Ruby Salzman with 14. McConnell taking off to second base. Good throw by Bleak. Not in time, as good throw and the bounce got there in plenty of time. Or not enough time, excuse me. Not enough time to make the tag on McConnell. Let's get a good look here. Quick release by Bleak. Keeps the throw down low, but the bounce just skipped up a little too high. McConnell's able to get underneath the tag right there with her 15th stolen base on the year. With a runner like McConnell as a catcher, you just got to get rid of it as quick as you can, just like Bleak did there. It kept the throw down. Got the ball there as quick as she could. She made a good throw, good strong throw, kept it down low. The bounce just popped it up a little too high off the turf. And Boyer chops this one to Munoz at third. Looks back, McConnell over to Munoz at first in time to get Boyer. And McConnell's going to move up to third after the throw. But the Munoz sisters get the second out.
Number 12, Diana Murtha.
And Diana Murtha is going to step up with Gavin McConnell on third base with 2 outs here in the bottom half of the second inning. Murtha's no stranger to 2-out situations. In this game, at least. We saw her last game come up with 2 outs, get the rally started. She brought home the first run of the 5-run inning that the Lady Buffs had. She looks to keep going with the 2-out rally here. 0-1 pitch to Murtha. Taken inside, ball 1. In Murtha's 107 at-bats this season, she's only struck out 5 times. Pops that one foul. We've seen the trend for this Lady Buff offense is these girls do not strike out easily. But 5 strikeouts from 107 at-bats, that's insane. She struck out less than 5% of the time this season, if my math is correct. Two count to Murtha. Maybe Emily Maddox can switch that number around. She's got 2 strikes against Murtha here. And Murtha gets on top of this one. Over to Munoz. And the duo is at it again. The Munoz sisters able to record the third out.
No errors and one left on base.
Lady Buffs score 1
Lions Realty would like
in the bottom half of the second. They lead 6-0 after 2 innings of play. We'll be back with Kaylee Hickman to lead things off for the Mustangs in the top half of the third. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here at Schaefer Park waiting for you.
This is gonna be tough. I mean, that's a bag full of Whataburger's Buffalo Ranch chicken strip sandwiches. With tangy buffalo sauce and creamy buttermilk ranch, melty Monterey Jack cheese, and 3 crunchy chicken strips. How long will you have to wait before you enjoy yours? Oh, about that long. Whataburger's Buffalo Ranch chicken strip sandwich is back for a limited time. Just like you like it.
Emily Wilson back in the circle for her third inning of work. Going to face Kayla Hickman to start things off here. Hickman pops this one up into center field. Salzman over to make the grab. Calling off Guzman. Able to make the play. 1 out. 1 pitch, 1 out. For Wilson in the circle. Brings up Nicole Armijo.
Second baseman number 5, Nicole Armijo.
First pitch in the dirt to Armijo. 1 ball, no strikes to her. Armijo with only 19 at-bats on the season. She's got 1 hit. Looking to make it a second here. She takes that one outside. Gets away from Sanchez a little bit. Maybe slipped out of the hand of Wilson. But it's all right. 2-0 count to Armijo. In on the hands, fouled off down the first base line. That's going to be a 2-1 count now. Armijo, just a freshman, coming in from Mesa, Arizona. Check swing by her. Doesn't matter, called strike by home plate umpire Mark Allard. It brings the count now even to 2s for Armijo. That one's upstairs. Full count now to the freshman. Her hit on the season coming back in February against Eastern New Mexico. Been a while since she's gotten a base hit. Looking to change that right here, though. Mustangs still looking for their first hit of the game. And Armijo's on with the walk. 1-out walk issued by Wilson.
Catcher number 20, Maddie Blake.
Good at bat there by the freshman to work the walk. And that brings up catcher Madeline Bleak. First pitch to Bleak's taken for a ball. As Sanchez looks back Armijo at first. Seeing if she can catch her sleeping over there. This one's grounded to Johnson at short. Over to McConnell. In time for one. To Gerke, not in time for the double play, but the Lady Buffs able to get one. Slow ground ball to Johnson. They were quick, but not quick enough to get the double play.
Center fielder number 2.
With 2 outs, Sierra Salazar is going to step into the box. She's 0 for 1 on the day, grounded back to Wilson here in the first. First pitch to Salazar is taken for a strike. Wilson working with efficiency here. 23 pitches so far as she's continuing on here in the third inning with 2 outs. Only 23 pitches. Looking pretty good. This one's hit to Madison Johnson over at short. Good backhand. Strong throw to Gerke in time to get the speedy Salazar. The Lady Buffs had the shift on. You might be able to see in the replay right here. You could see Salzman covering second base here with the shift, but Salazar. See Salzman right there on the infield dirt. Johnson shifted over towards the 5-6 hole. A couple steps to the right, makes good backhand, strong throw to first. Good positioning right there. Nothing doing for the Mustangs. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Madison Johnson leading things off. Bottom half of the third coming up.
This is a walk-on athlete. They train long, put their heart into the game. This is the passion we're built on. It's why we put our heart into creating game day with a taste of Louisiana. Walk-ons, we live for this.
Jenkins Doors and Windows began serving the Texas Panhandle in 1927, and we take pride in being a part of your neighborhood. We don't use false promises or gimmicks. We simply offer quality doors and windows at a fair price, and we stand behind every sale. Jenkins is family owned and operated, and proudly continues the traditions of quality and excellence that started over 80 years ago. Call us at 372-4336 or stop by our showroom at 820 West 6th and let our knowledgeable staff help you pick out the perfect doors and windows for your home.
Emily Maddox making her third inning of work in the circle. And she's going to face Madison Johnson to kick things off here in the bottom half of the third. Thank you for joining us and sticking with us here in Game 2 of this LSC matchup. Lady Buffs took Game 1 by a final score of 10-0, finishing off in 5 innings if you weren't able to catch it. Western New Mexico only getting 1 hit in that one. They made 3 errors, though, on defense. And the Lady Buffs, it was all them on offense last game, scoring 10 runs on 10 hits. Made it a quick one, ended things in 5 innings. And it's much of the same story. Nice play by Munoz at third, but Brianna over at first, not able to hang on to it as that low throw. Tough play by Ariana Munoz at third. But Madison Johnson reaches first base safely. But much of the same going here for the Lady Buffs in the second game. Just continuing on from Game 1, it's been all Lady Buffs offense. But that's going to be ruled an error on Ariana Munoz. So Johnson will reach base on the error by Ariana Munoz. And that brings up That's going to bring Gabby Valforte to the plate. Pinch hitting for Gerke. We saw this move last game. Valforte pinch hit for Gerke early on. Valforte with another chance right here, facing Maddox. Fouls this one off on top of the Mustang dugout. And this one's lifted high in the air to left field. But Gerard, right underneath that one, make the routine grab for out number 1.
Right fielder number 2, Julie Guzman.
Gerard with the put out. Bringing up Julie Guzman in the box. Homered her last at bat. That massive shot to left field landed on top of the batting cages. That 2-run home run for Guzman. She steps back in the box. That one goes behind her. It looks like Maddox lost the grip on that one. Johnson able to take second on the wild pitch. Pitch taken downstairs. 2-0 to Guzman. Pitch by Maddox on the way. And that one's going to get away from Bleak as that one skips in the dirt. In the turf. 3-0 to Guzman. Johnson moved up to third on the wild pitch. And the Western New Mexico bullpen remains empty at the time, as seems like the Mustangs are going to be relying on Maddox to get them out of this one. Hard ground ball foul down the line by Guzman. Full count now to Guzman. She's going to try to find a way to get Johnson home from third base here. Just got to put the ball in play. Ground ball at the middle, deep fly ball, anything you can do to get that run home. That's what Guzman's looking to do right here. Full count now on the way. That one's taken down low. It's going to get away from Bleak, but not enough for Johnson to move up. Guzman issued a free pass there. First and third, bringing up Cheyenne Sanchez now to the box. Grounded out to third, her last appearance.
Catcher number 18, Cheyenne Sanchez.
Possibly may see Guzman in motion here to avoid the double play in a first and third situation. And there goes Guzman to second. Throw by Bleak. And they're going to get into a rundown. Throw home is not in time. Madison Johnson slides in safe at home. So the throw by Munoz is not in time. Julie Guzman moves up to second. And the Lady Buff dominant offense continues on the base pass right there as Guzman going for the steal, gets caught in the rundown. Able to get Johnson to move up and draw the late throw. And that's exactly what the Lady Buffs were trying to do in that situation. cause some chaos, and that's what they did, able to get the run home. Now Guzman stands on second with 1 out, and Western New Mexico head coach Ashley Hickman going to go talk to her defense. We've seen the Lady Buffs run that play a lot, and many teams have a hard time defending it. And I think from what we've seen so far this season, that this Western New Mexico defense has defended that the best out of all the teams we've seen. Even though that run scored, that may have been the closest play that I've seen from another team when the Lady Buffs have ran that offensive play. The shortstop, Gerard, took the ball. As soon as she threw it to Munoz at first is when Johnson took off. And the Mustangs were able to get rid of the ball quick and get the ball home, but just not in enough time to get Johnson. But nonetheless, they ran that defense as best they could, in my opinion. As that one gets away from Bleak, Guzman moves up to third, takes a turn, but she's going to hold there. Wild pitch on that one. Hickman going to let the young pitcher try to work out of this one. 1-1 count to Sanchez on the way. Swing and miss on that one. Possibly chase that one out of the zone. 1-2 count now to Sanchez. Another RBI opportunity for the Lady Buffs here. Fouls that one off. Another foul ball from Sanchez. Good job by her to fight in the box. One-two remains the count to Sanchez. Maddox gets the pitch sign from the card, misses outside. And Sanchez crushes this ball, left center field, way back, it's gone! And Sanchez, I believe that's her first collegiate home run. And that was a shot. 2-run home run by Sanchez. Great at bat. And she crushed that ball the other way. Get a look here. Sanchez was battling in the box. Is this 2-2 pitch? She goes the other way with it and just hits it right above the national championship sign for a 2-run bomb from Sanchez. Congratulations to her. That's an amazing feeling right there. And after that 2-run home run, it looks like we're going to get a pitching change here. And coming on to pitch is going to be Ariana Munoz. So the third baseman, Munoz, coming in to pitch. And she's pitched a few times this season. She's pitched in 19 innings on the year. She's pitched in 19 innings. She's got an ERA of 12.67. She struck out 14 in those 19 innings, allowing 47 hits and 37 runs. But she's coming in this situation looking to minimize some damage as they trail WT by a score of 9-0. And Coach Hickman making her way to the mound. Discuss some things before we resume play. Brittany Rufus is going to be in the box for the Lady Buffs. Alrighty, and Munoz on the rubber. We're ready to resume play here. Rufus in the box. First pitch, he's going to lay down a bunt. Munoz off the mound to field it. Not in time over to first base. Great play there by Munoz. Just not enough time to get the speedy Rufus. As you get a look here, watch how quickly Munoz bounced off the rubber. She got out of the circle. Did a great job getting to this ball as quick as she could. Made a great throw, just not enough time to get Rufus. And Rufus off to second. Not in time. Thought about going to third, but decides to do otherwise. As Rufus takes second base for her 5th stolen base of the season. But coming with the pitching change, Munoz stepping into the circle meant Ramona Fossum taking over at third base now. Everywhere else on defense remaining the same. Munoz to the circle and Ramona Fossum over at third base. McConnell into right field for a base hit. Rufus comes around to score. She slides in safely. McConnell, RBI single. That's her 2nd hit of the day. That's McConnell's 2nd hit of the game and 4th hit on the day so far. She went 2 for 3 in the first game, and she's 2 for 2 here in this one. McConnell on first brings up Ruby Salzman now. All-American center fielder in the box facing Munoz. She hits a hard ground ball to short. Gerard over in time to Armijo to get 1. That's all they're going to get. Salzman reaches first safely with the fielder's choice. And with Salzman reaching safely, we're going to have a pinch runner for her.
Number 31, Ruby Moore.
Ruby Moore coming on to pinch run. The classic Ruby switch. Ruby for Ruby.
DP number 23, Emily Boyer.
Ruby Moore coming in at first base to pinch run. Emily Boyer stepping into the box. 0 for 2 so far in this one. First pitch, hers taken outside. Boyer pops this one up. Armijo's going to be under it to make the grab. Buffs able to scratch off a couple runs in that half inning.
For your Lady Buffs,
Lady Buffs score 4 runs in that inning. And after 3 innings of play, the Lady Buffs have a 10-0 lead. We're going to come back in the top half of the fourth inning with Ceci Jurado leading things off for the Mustangs. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right here at Schaefer Park waiting for you. Stay with us.
Suddenlink is now Optimum, with award-winning internet, TV, and mobile, giving you the power to get closer and go farther with speed and reliability. With our new 100% fiber internet we're building, together with Optimum Mobile, voted #1 in customer satisfaction, you'll get the complete connectivity you deserve. And when you combine Optimum's award-winning connectivity with our 24/7 customer service, your future is only a connection away.
Well, thanks for staying with us. We're back here at Schaefer Park. Ruby Moore is going to stay in the game and move to left field. Brittany Rufus is going to be the new center fielder for the Lady Buffs. We're also going to have Gabriela Valforte at first base. Nikki Warren, the new second baseman. And Heaven Moreno coming in to play third base. Once again, those defensive changes for the Lady Buffs. Rufus moving over to center, Ruby Moore to left, Heaven Moreno in to play third base, Nikki Warren at second, and Valforte remains in the game at first base. While Coach Michael Mook and Mark Allard discussing things over there, let's take a look at the pitch count comparison for today's game. Wilson, about to start her fourth inning of work, only thrown 24 pitches so far. 16 out of those 24 pitches being strikes. Wilson's worked efficient and just pitched a good contact today. And that shows for her success that she's had in this game so far. Working around the zone, keeping the ball down, making her defense work. Wilson's done a great job out there so far. No strikeouts for her either. Wilson has not recorded a strikeout. She's registered a walk but hasn't recorded a strikeout yet. But with those numbers, Emily Wilson starts off her fourth inning of work with a first pitch ball to Ceci Jurado, leading things off for the Mustangs here. Top half of the fourth inning. And now it's taken upstairs. 2-0 count to Jurado. And that one's hit hard. Diving play by Valforte. Ruled a foul ball. Just in foul territory. Good play by Valforte, though. Fouled off by Jurado. 2-2 count now to her. If you're just joining us, we'd like to thank you for tuning in to the Lone Star Conference Digital Network. This is game 2 here at Schaefer Park today. Lady Buffs currently leading 10-0 here in the top half of the fourth. First game was concluded not too long ago with the Lady Buffs coming out on top in a run rule by a score of 10-0. And Jurado's ruled out A dead ball strike was the call.
How about a Scarborough Specialty Strikeout t-shirt?
As it looked like, as she swung, the ball took a deflection before it got to Sanchez. Thought it was a foul ball, but I guess it must have hit her while she swung. But since she was swinging, it is ruled a strike, a dead ball strike since it hit her. But she swung, so it is ruled a strike. So Wilson gets her first strikeout on the day. And that brings up Brianna Munoz. 2-0 count to Munoz now. Wilson starting to fall behind here. 2-0 count. She's going to look to get back on track. She's been real efficient so far. As we were talking about, I think we jinxed her a little bit. 3-0 count now to Munoz. Pitch by Wilson on the way. That one's in there for a strike. And that one's shot into right field. And Guzman backtracks, and she's able to make the grab. As that one was hit hard, probably the hardest hit ball of the game from the Mustangs that we've seen. But Munoz lines that one right to Guzman. Get a good look here. She gets a good pitch to hit, takes a good swing just right to Guzman. Couple steps back, and she's right there. And 2 outs now. Brings up Ramona Fossum to the plate. Off speed, great pitch by Wilson there. Swung on a miss. Fossum, 0 for 1 on the day, grounded out to short her last at bat. Another off speed pitch by Wilson to get her out front. 0-2 count now to Fossum. And there she goes down swinging. Fossum goes down swinging. Wilson records her second strikeout of the game. Nothing doing that half inning for the Mustangs. When we come back here in the bottom half of the fourth, Heaven Moreno is going to lead things off. We'll talk Lone Star Conference standings and playoff pictures when we come back. Don't you go anywhere.
One West is the comprehensive fundraising campaign designed to fuel WT 125 from the Panhandle to the world. We will strengthen WT's impact for the Panhandle region and beyond through a historic, comprehensive campaign raising $125 million by 2025. The campaign's 3 priorities: people, programs, and places. Now is the time to make a difference for current and future generations. One West.
When you choose natural gas, chocolate chip cookies get a little tastier. Homes get a little cozier. Bank accounts tend to put on some weight. Towels get fluffier. Showers stay hotter for longer. And our blue planet gets a little greener. When it comes to choosing energy that's clean and efficient, nothing else could be more American. Atmos Energy, your natural gas company.
Ariana Munoz beginning her second inning of work out in the circle.
Third baseman, number 13,
Heaven Moreno.
Heaven Moreno.
Gonna lead things off for the Lady Buffs here in the bottom half of the fourth. She got an at-bat last game. We saw she singled to left field. She gets another opportunity here in this one. And first pitch by Munoz taken upstairs for a ball. So with 4 series left to be concluded after this one in LSC play, the standings are looking at UT Tyler sitting in first place with a 25-2 record in conference. Moreno swung and missed at that one. And coming in the 2 spot right now is looking at West Texas A&M with a 24-4 record in conference. And in third place, Lubbock Christian, popped up by Moreno, foul territory. And Fossum not able to make the play. She was getting close to the dugout, starting to run out of room as the ball popped out of her glove right there in foul territory. Another chance for Moreno. She remains alive. 1-2 count to her. Lubbock Christian sitting in third place, followed by Oklahoma Christian in fourth place. Then Cameron, St. Ed's, Angelo State, Texas A&M, Kingsville, followed by St. Mary's. And that's how the top 10's looking for now, but anything can change at any given point. Any one of those teams could sneak up, and that top 10 could look completely different in 2 weeks from now. Moreno pops this one into shallow left center field, and that one's going to get down for her second base hit of the day. 2 pinch hit at-bats for Moreno today, 2 pinch hit base hits for her. As the Amarillo native.
Shortstop number 17, Madison Johnson.
Stands on first base. Madison Johnson's going to step into the box. Johnson 1 for 2 in this one. RBI triple her first time up. Good swing by Johnson, high and deep, way back. And that one's gone. Off the back of the bleachers, Madison Johnson crushes that one to the Buff Corral. 2-run home run by Johnson. Her third of the season. The Lady Buffs take a 12-0 lead now here in the bottom half of the fourth. Let's get a look at that one again. Johnson crushes this ball. First pitch to her, she didn't miss it. As belt high down the middle. Jurado in left field knew that one was gone, not coming back. As we saw, that was the top row of the bleachers out there in left center field. Big 2-run home run by Johnson brings up Gabriela Valforte, who's playing first base now for the Lady Buffs. First pitch to her's taken off the plate. And Valforte gets jammed a little bit into shallow left field, but a great play by Gerard to make that one. It's Kennedy Gerard, the shortstop for the Mustangs, ranging back into shallow left field, able to make a good over-the-shoulder play, watching it all the way in. If she was backpedaling right there, she would not have made that play at all. She did a good job of opening up and give it a good hard sprint on that one, or else she was not making that play. Great job by Gerard out there. 1 out, brings up pinch hitter, number 0, Maddie Goodell. Guido came around to score in the first game, and she did get an at-bat as well, where she did not record a hit. Let's get another opportunity right here in this one. Bottom half of the fourth, 1 out. The Lady Buffs lead at 12-0. 1-0 pitch to Goodell, misses outside for a ball. 2-0 count to her. And she takes that one right there for a strike. 2-1 count to Geidel. Geidel pops this one up. Second baseman Armijo. A little trouble there, but she makes the grab nonetheless. 2 away here in the bottom half of the fourth.
Catcher number 18, Cheyenne Sanchez.
The backstop, Cheyenne Sanchez, up now for the Lady Buffs, who homered her last at bat. Just shot to left center field. Her first career home run. Congratulations to her. Hopefully someone was able to pick up that ball for her, though, on the outfield. It was a long ways away. She really got a hold of it, but hopefully one of the fans able to snag that one for her. Sanchez lines this one to short, but right to the glove of Gerard. That's going to end things here in the fourth inning. 2 runs coming on Johnson's home run. Mustangs work out of it. We'll be back in the top half of the fifth. Possible last chance for the Mustangs to make something happen. Stay with us. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you in a few minutes.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it. It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Support of Lady Buff softball. Be sure to visit them in Amarillo at one of their 2 locations.
Top half of the fifth inning coming up. We're here at Schaefer Park. Almost 6:30. It's getting to be dinner time. Got to think about where I'm headed after this to go eat. But before that, we got a ball game to finish here at Schaefer Park. Emily Wilson in the circle, beginning to start her 5th inning of work. Freshman Ariana Munoz is going to lead things off, as she's been in the circle for a few innings now for the Mustangs. First pitch to her, swung on a miss for a strike. The story in this game has just been all Lady Buffs, as it has been for the whole day, but the Lady Buffs with a 12-run lead here in this one. Out hitting the Mustangs by a very good margin. Wilson delivers a strike right there. 0-2 count to Munoz. And Wilson gets Munoz swinging, as she remains efficient with that 3-pitch strikeout.
Scarborough Specialty strikeout. Look down. Look up. There it is.
Great off-speed pitch. Gets Munoz to swing over the top of it. Wilson records her third strikeout of the game, and she does so in the top half of the fifth, only throwing 40 pitches. That last pitch being her 40th pitch on the day so far, as she remains efficient, working around that strike zone, only allowing one walk. And Wilson looks to finish strong here. She keeps going. One out here in the top half of the fifth.
Number 8, Adlai Alvarez.
And pinch hitting here, it's going to be number 8, Aldi Alvidrez. First pitch to her is taken for a strike on the corner. And Alvidrez over to Johnson. In time to Valforte. 2 outs now in the top half of the fifth.
Right fielder number 17, Kaylee Hickman.
Wilson really using that off-speed pitch well as she gets the ground out on the off-speed pitch. Right to Johnson, over to Valforte in time. 2 away here. Top half of the fifth. First pitch from Wilson is a ball. Kaylee Hickman in the box. Hickman's 0 for 1, flew out to center her last time up. Hickman fouls that one off. Pitch by Wilson, swung on and miss. 1-2 count to Hickman. Wilson with the 1-2 pitch on the way. And Hickman fights that one off. Two pitch to Hickman on the way. Wilson looking to end things here. And that one gets over the head of Johnson. Oh, and there goes the no-hitter. Emily Wilson 1 pitch away. Oh, what a heartbreaker. Great swing by Hickman. She had a good swing on that one, really hit the ball hard into left center field, but Emily Wilson was so close to a no-hitter right there, and that seems to close the book on Wilson here in this one. She pitched a great game, 4 2/3 innings pitched by Wilson, only allowing 1 hit. She walked 1. Awesome job by Wilson. Just short of the no-hitter. Doesn't take away her outstanding performance on the day. But Emma Parrish coming in to replace Wilson. We saw Parrish last game pitch the 1-hitter. And you see Emma Parrish out there rocking the purple hair. Well, that's thanks to you, Lady Buff fans. As we saw earlier, a couple weeks ago, I believe it was last week, there was a poll on Twitter from Lady Buff Softball for the fans to vote what color Emma Parrish should dye her hair. As you can see, the fans have spoken, and Emma Parrish is out there with purple hair. What a funny story on how she got that purple hair. Well, that's awesome. Representing the Lady Buff fans is Emma Parrish in the circle. This one's going to be grounded to McConnell, or Warren, excuse me. Warren with the final out over to Valforte. And that was Jenna. Pinch hitting right there was Jenna Peters, made the final out. But that's going to do it here at Schaefer Park. Final score, Lady Buffs take game 2, 12-0. And that's how we end things here. Game 1, Lady Buffs took by a final score of 10-0. And here in game 2, 12-0. When we come back here on the Lone Star Conference Network to wrap things up, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back with interviews from Madison Johnson as well as Coach Michael Mook. We'll be back to wrap things up here in a few minutes. Stay with us.
Since 1933, the Panhandle Plains Historical Museum has housed the vast history of Panhandle Plains, given back to the community, and provided educational resources to those who live here. Located on the campus of West Texas A&M University, PPHM is free to all students, faculty, and staff at WT. We offer volunteer opportunities, internships, and hands-on research experience. From prehistoric times to pioneer travels, there's something for everyone at the largest history museum in Texas. Stop by and see us sometime. Oh, and don't forget, go Buffs!
Energy is a glowing sphere of hot gas. It's an ocean of air. And at Excel Energy, we make it safe. It's why we train first responders. Help you identify where utility lines are buried. Sir, do not dig there. And it's why we study the flight paths of majestic golden eagles before we build a wind farm. Safer energy, people. It's all part of a carbon-free 2050. You, us, together.
Delicious. Refreshing. Pepsi.
Jenkins Doors and Windows began serving the Texas Panhandle in 1927, and we take pride in being a part of your neighborhood. We don't use false promises or gimmicks. We simply offer quality doors and windows at a fair price, and we stand behind every sale. Jenkins is family owned and operated, and proudly continues the traditions of quality and excellence that started over 80 years ago. Call us at 372-4336 or stop by our showroom at 820 West 6th and let our knowledgeable staff help you pick out the perfect doors and windows for your home.
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger's Sweet and Spicy Bacon Burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. One for you, one for him, and one for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. You know, for Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
Bud Light, proudly brewed
in the heart of Texas.
Just get a hit from my teammates, and that's about it.
Well, Maddie, you told me earlier, right now, before we came back from commercial break, Maddie said she didn't know that ball was gone. I told her that ball almost cleared the bleachers, so you put your head down, you were just running, you have no idea. Didn't feel it off the bat or anything?
No, I usually don't feel it off the bat. I don't expect it to go over sometimes, so I just run and hope I hit it hard. So.
That's fair enough. Well, let's talk about some defense real quick. You really made some great plays on defense today. You made a couple big plays in the 5-6 hole, good throws, huge defensive stops to save some run. You've played great defense all season long. What do you have to say about your defensive play so far?
I think our practices speak for ourselves. We practice hard for defense. That's one thing we want to really have in every game is good defense, and I just come out and show it on the field.
Awesome. Well, you look great at shortstop, Maddie. What's the approach going into tomorrow's game?
Just get off to a good start, go hitting and defense pitching, and hopefully come out with a win again.
Awesome. Well, that sounds like a good plan. Maddie, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You guys did great today. And that was an awesome home run that you hit. You're going to have to go see it and see how far it actually went.
Yeah, I'll go back and look real quick.
Well, thank you, Maddie, very much. We really appreciate it. Congratulations again. We're going to bring on Coach Michael Mook next. If we can get him over there, let's go get Coach Mook. Let's go get him over here. Of course, Maddie. Here comes Coach Mook. We're going to talk about the win real quick. Coach Mook, what an exciting day today. Awesome job by the girls. What do you have to say about today's performance from them?
Yeah, it's a great offensive performance, really good defense, and to give up only 2 hits in 14 innings, that's a pretty good day.
Emily Wilson comes real close to the no-hitter. Did you know what was going on right there?
Oh, yeah, I think everybody knew.
Yeah, we all knew. It was close, but she pitched amazing today. Up until that very last pitch that she threw, she was doing great all game today. What do you have to say about her performance that she had?
Yeah, I mean, not surprising. I mean, she works so hard. She's such a good leader for us. You feel like everything's right in the softball world when somebody like that has the success that she did. So very happy for her.
Yeah, awesome. And Emily Boyer, going back to the first game, she pitched outstanding as well, along with Emma Parrish coming in to close the door, right?
Yeah, I mean, we have such good depth in our pitching staff. I mean, just a luxury that not a lot of teams have, and that team can hit. I know they put up some runs last weekend against a good Angelo team. So for our pitchers to come out and pitch the way they did, really proud of them.
Absolutely. It's a tough Western New Mexico team, but it was all offense from the Lady Buffs today. What's your guys' approach going into tomorrow to try to sweep the series?
Yeah, I mean, it's just the same thing. Just have a good approach at the plate, make sure we're swinging at strikes, and just come up there with some confidence.
Awesome. Well, Coach Mook, thank you very much. We really appreciate it. We're going to be back here tomorrow at noon, correct? Yes. We have Game 3 tomorrow at noon. In Game 1, Lady Buffs took the run rule victory, 10-0. Emily Boyer with the win. In Game 2, Lady Buffs another run rule victory, coming off with a score of 12-0. Emily Wilson, 1 hit allowed on the day, almost a no-hitter. Emma Parrish came in and closed the door. Lady Buffs going to try to sweep the series tomorrow. We'll be here at Schaefer Park for game number 3 at 12 o'clock. Tune in tomorrow on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network. Thanks for joining us.